Hello. Hello. What have I done? What have I done? Just gonna be down here. Yes, hello and welcome to FIFA Saved My Life, the edition where I have nothing. I have nothing in the world anymore. What have I done? Oh my God, I think I was drunk last night. I came home from football and obviously Pogba's been released, which is great. 95 rated Pogba. We all wanted a Pogba. We've asked for Pogba for a long time. We didn't get one in Team of the Season. We didn't get one in Team of the Year. So, yeah, we wanted Pogba and we voted for him. I voted for him. I'm going to put my hand up and say I voted for him. We got 1.2 million coin Pogba.
We got 1.2 million coin Pogba.
With 5 weeks to go. It's oh God almighty, people, what was that? And of course I sat there last night thinking and reading the text and the Twitters and stuff like that and the tweets, and everybody's saying no one can get him, he's too expensive. Challenge accepted, I thought.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. So, I have got Pogba. I've got Pogba. I literally traded in everything in my club pretty much. There is very little left in my club. In fact, let's just take a quick peek at what I've got left in my club. Scary stuff, eh? That's yeah. So, Paul Pogba. Let's be serious about this. I am going to review the hell out of him. Due to the fact that we're talking 1.2 million coins. We're at the end of the game. So we've got 5-6 weeks left of this game. And obviously if you don't get FIFA 20 to start with, however long you want. But most of us will have 4 or 5 weeks left of this game before we switch over to FIFA 20, which is exciting. So yeah, I decided that Paul Pogba was the way forward. I voted for him. I knew he would fit into my team perfectly behind Mbappe, and as his Premiership he'd link up. And yeah, traded in everybody I had. So yeah, we're going to review him. We're going to review him really thoroughly, because if you are thinking about getting Paul Pogba and you want to trade in, number one, we don't have lots of times left. So do you need all those extra spare players that you've got sat in your reserves, in the background, anything like that? Yes, they're pretty. Yes, they're nice. But do you need them? The answer is no. But do you need a giant midfielder who is as OP as you like? Do you want one of those? Do you need one of those? Do you have a Premiership team? Do you have a French team? Do you have a team that you can merge into? That's the big question. If any of those answers are yes, then let's see together if we think he's worth it. If we're gonna give him that big old 5 stars at the end, or if he's not going to be. I can tell you now, initially, I'm going to give him probably 1 star for value. Not because I think he's overpriced, because actually when we break down in a minute and have a look at his stats, he's probably On the open market, it would be 1.5, 1.7, maybe even 2 million coins. There is cards out there with 2 million coins that have worse stats than Paul Pogba here, people. So if he was on the open market, he would still be fetching 2 million and you would pay for it, or someone would pay for it. So we've got him possibly slightly cheaper at a 1.2 million roughly, depending on what you're using. I can tell you now, I had to pay 400,000 coins out of my own. I have no coins left. I had 400,000 coins, they have all gone, and a lot of my players has gone. So it didn't cost me anything physically in the real world, but it did cost me in there. So, do you think that you need Paul Pogba? If so, let's have a look. So that's Paul Pogba there. Let's have a look at his stats. So we've got. He is 6'3", which he feels 6'3". He's massive, guys. He is huge. He wins all the headers in midfield and attack when he's going up. He is brilliant in the air. Let's just get that one out straight away. He's got high-low. Again, defensive low. I would have liked to seen high-medium on a card like this because he has been a defensive midfielder before. So having a low defensive really doesn't quite suit him. But there you go. He's got right foot, but he's got 4-star weak foot. So again, not a problem. And 5-star skill moves, which is beautiful. So moving on to his big stats. 84 pace. Midfielder really doesn't make a difference. You won't feel it. He's got 79 acceleration and 87 sprint speed. That is not a problem, guys. Believe you me. He's got 91 shooting. This is lower than I thought it would be. I thought he would be higher in the shooting ranks. He's got 94 attacking position, and he really does have 94 attacking position. He is amazing at just drifting, wafting, if you will, wafting into the spaces that you can score a goal from. And that you've got 84 finishing. That is really the one of the low points for me. I thought that would be in the 90s. He's known for being able to score goals. He is a goal scoring midfielder. I thought it would be higher than 84, especially on a 95 rated card, but we'll see if that makes a difference. But we do have 99 shot power. So again, if he's going to get behind the ball, the power is there. He has the power. We've got 93 long shots. He does. And 97 volleys. We've got 93 penalties, so he can take penalties. We've got 98 vision. Overall 97 passing, by the way. So he's got 98 vision, and he really does. It's almost telepathic, the passes he picks out. I've not had a player like it where he can just pick a pass. You'll see from the highlights when they're going on, and we're talking about it. He's phenomenal, guys, phenomenal. We've got crossing 90. He actually can really cross. He's got great crossing for a central midfielder. Free kick accuracy 92. He can take a free kick. We got short passing 98 and long passing 99. This is what makes him so good for me, is his passing. His passing is second to none. He just feels a different level. He really does feel on a different level to anybody else I've played with on FIFA this year, really. He's got 94 curve, which comes in handy. Agility 82. Again, he's a big boy, so his agility is not the highest, but he's got an 82, which is higher than I thought. So actually that's higher, but the balance is 71, so again lower. I thought that might be in the 80s. And it does feel a little bit like that. You will see it. You're not gonna beat 3 players by sort of slaloming them between, easy for me to say, going between them like you can with a Mertens or a Messi or a Ronaldo or anybody like that. He doesn't really have that in his locker, but he does have the ability to pass a player, but not really multiple players, to be honest. That is honest, but that's where the passing comes into it. He's got brilliant reactions of 90, 99 ball control, 97 dribbling and 97 composure. All top notch. We've got interceptions of 79. Again, personally, I'm playing him as an attacking midfielder, so interceptions aren't the end of the world, but from the front, nearly 80 interceptions, and I have stuck a card on him that makes him more defensive, so again that does increase it. And again, he's defending from the front, which is brilliant. Heading accuracy 85. I feel it's a lot higher than that, to be honest, guys. Marking 78. don't mind. We've got stand tackle 82. He can make a tackle, and he's got 79 slide tackle. I haven't really tried slide tackling yet. Jumping 91. For a 6'3" guy, he can jump. We had Peter Crouch a couple of weeks ago, who is obviously a little bit taller, but he had like 40 jumping or whatever it was. Again, couldn't jump. Pogba can jump. He wins everything in midfield. He wins everything at corners. He is a jumping god. He really is. He's amazing. So we got stamina 97, so he's an all gamer. We got strength in 96. He's a tank, guys. He just holds onto that ball. People just bounce off him cartoon styly. They genuinely do. He is amazing. And aggression of 84, which kind of sums it up. Guys, have a look at that screen. It is all green. This is an all green card, guys. You are paying 1.2 million coins for an all green 95 Pogba. No more to say than that. Let's get on with it. Let's have a look at how he is actually in the game, shall we? So we've got his first game. I'm going to go for a couple of games, and then we'll just go for a bit of highlights and that. So his first game is, I'm going to fit him into this team. So let's have a quick look at the team that I'm going to fit him into for a minute. Just so you've got an idea of what I've got left as well. Oh, I feel so ashamed. So we've got Luiz in goal, who's absolutely hands down been the best goalkeeper. I've had Allison, I've had Edison, I've had All Black, I've had Tots. You know, they're all Tots, by the way. I've had Tots, Martina, all sorts of things. This guy has been the best goalkeeper. I have sold him, come back to him, sold him, come back to him at least 4 times, and I've ended on him. I've had Neto last week, and again, he obviously, as you can see by his absence, he's gone. Again, this is my end game goalkeeper, guys. I worship Luiz. He pulls off saves that just are breathtaking. We've got the amazing Alex Telles at left back. Fits in beautifully, 93 rated. Really, really good. And again, one of the players I've got rid of is Alonso. So again, he is now my only choice at left back. And I will win Mendy this week. So I'll have a nice sub there. We've got 89 rated David Luiz. I am not worthy. I'm not worthy. This has been a card. He has had over 1,000 games for me. I think he's on 1,200 games for me now. He's scored over 60 goals. It is phenomenal. Everybody craps themselves when they come up against him because he just steps up and takes the ball off you. The AI defending on him is phenomenal. When I'm defending with him, he's phenomenal. He's just the perfect defender. I wouldn't move him, even though he's 89 rated and you can get higher rated. Wouldn't get rid of him. At the moment, I've got Joe Gomez, so I've got Gomez in there at 88. He's actually remarkably good, really good. But tomorrow, I will get my last foot swaps, and I will then have 12, and that means I can go and get 94 rated Davinson Sanchez. So I will have Davinson Sanchez tomorrow, 94 rated, and he will sit next to 93 rated Walker, who has been phenomenal. You put him on attack, he sets up goals, he scores goals. Amazing. We have Firmino in midfield. I was putting him up to cam, but now I'm putting Pogba up to cam. But he's just as good in midfield as he is in cam or up front. He scores goals. Again, his attacking position very much like Pogba. He just knows where to go in. The little wizard himself, we've got Bernardo Silver. This is one of my favourite cards. It feels magical. He genuinely just takes the ball, moves it around, and again, he can pass 2, 3, 4 players at a time. He is absolutely beautiful. I've got a great mix in my midfield, and on the bench, as you can see, I've got Kotovic from Chelsea. He can come on and shore up a bit because he's a bit tougher and a bit stronger if need be. There is the great man himself, Pogba, 95 rated, bringing it in and again, obviously up front, we've got my new favourite, Richarlison. I love this guy. I've scored so many goals since I've had him. He is an amazing player to play with. We've got Vieira, who then swaps back down to CDM and holds really well, and again, very much like Pogba, wins everything in the air, so he is brilliant there. And we've then got Mbappe, who just scores ridiculous goals and ridiculous amount of goals. So we got Mbappe there. with Pogba coming in, that gives 10 out of 10 on everything. Everybody has 100% chemistry and 10 out of 10. So it makes it perfect. Absolutely perfect. On the bench, I've got Dries Mertens to come off. I've got 92 rated Bale. And that is it, guys. That is all I've got left. The rest are loanees. So you can see there I've got a few loanees there. Other than that, they're just sitting there to make they look a bit prettier, but I've genuinely got rid of every single player I've got other than those 3 on the bench and my starting 11. But it's an amazing starting 11, guys. I'm excited by this. So let's get on with some games, shall we? Let's have a look at some games and see what we can do. So let's crack on. As we can see here, just before we start, I've also put Pogba's Gladiator or whatever it's called on. It helps his shooting, it ups his shooting, and it helps his defensive. That's his 2 weakest points. The rest are all very high. Don't need to up his speed, he doesn't need it. Again, with his attacking position of 99, he gets into positions faster than anybody else would due to the fact that he's football clever. But other than that, guys, that's what I would recommend putting him on to get the most out of him. So let's have a game. Let's have a look at the first game, shall we? So we go for division rivals in the first game, just to warm up a bit. I haven't played for a while, so we're in there for division rivals. Yeah, this was a really strong team. 93 rated team, has an awful lot of very good players. So let's have a look how Pogba gets on. So there's Pogba there, nice little pass. Again, short passing, long passing, he's great. Oh, that's nasty. I see yellow all day long. Yeah. So we're going to aim this one in for Pogba, who shoots it straight at the back of the defender. Dembele. Oh, what a run. Oh, wrong French guy, people. That's a great run by Dembele of Barcelona. Not the right French person we're trying to highlight there, but never mind. There he is, Pogs. Hope you don't mind me calling him Pogs. Great cross. There's that great crossing that I told you about. It really is. Although he's got 90 crossing, it feels a lot higher. He has got some great crossing, guys. There he is again. That's that vision. That's that long passing there. Just puts the ball through. If I could do better than that, that would have made that look a lot better. Pogba, nice shot. Now again, obviously shot being one of the worst things, you'll see it really is nothing to worry about. He can score goals. Oh, that was close as well. But yeah, he can really score some goals, guys. He's got great volley, great passing, great heading. There's really, and if you put him in as Cam, another French guy that isn't Pogba, there. But yeah, he genuinely has everything. If you put him as Cam, I know a lot of people are putting him in midfield that I'm seeing. I feel he's kind of. He's not able to use everything that he's got there. I think if you got a position that you can put him at Cam, I would put him at Cam. With his attacking position as good as it is, and as you know, as big and strong as he is. So again, if you put him crosses in, he's big. He can header it. He can volley. His volleys are high. His attacking position's clever, so he will be on the end of 90% of what you're throwing into the area. I really would put him as Cam. It's up to you guys if you do go and get him and decide where you want him, but I would certainly be looking at Cam. The other thing that I would say is he's brilliant. He's a great addition when you've got defensive corners. Obviously he's one of the bigger players that I've got. He does seem to stand on the near post and actually head an awful lot of balls away, or at least disrupt play by sort of flicking the header on and getting it out of the way. He's strong in the tackle, guys. I'm genuinely I thought I would have to warm to him. I thought, you know, again, it hurt. I'm very tender at the moment from everything I've got rid of. You know, I've got rid of some players that I absolutely love. I got rid of Mane, at 90 rated Mane, who'd scored like 300 or nearly 400 goals for me. Torres was amazing, but I had to kind of decide which ones I'm going to be using on a regular basis, and then choose what I'm going to be doing and what's important. And an end-game player is more important than a load of nice players on the bench, to be honest. As long as you've got 3 or 4 decent players that can come on and change a game and shore up again, then I think that's what you need. Yeah, see, this, unfortunately this game I lost. I lost the first one. I'm still a bit sleepy. I was up, it took me 7 hours to do this last night. I had to do a lot of the weekly objectives as well, because I'm not spending money on coins. I'm certainly not. I don't very much during the actual FIFA season, but I really don't want to spend money, and I don't have money to spend, to be honest, but I don't want to spend money on a game that's in 5 weeks time going to be obsolete, and I'm going to have, and you know, I've already ordered and paid for FIFA 20, so FIFA 20 I have the Ultimate Edition, and yeah, I don't want to spend money, so I had to find ways. And talk about grind. This was the big grind, guys. I genuinely won loads and loads and loads and loads of weekly objectives. I won the Pato. I've won. That was a great cross, by the way, by Pogba to set up that goal for Mbappe. But I had to grind and win loads of points and players. So like I said, I won Pato, who's 88 rated, so he went into there. I won an 88 rated Stars of the Future, or whatever they're called, to then do that. Like I said, I'm very close to getting Mende. I've got a few. I've done the 15 game wins to get more cards. Again, I got out of my cards, I got people like 90 rated Cruz. I got a couple of, I got a 91 rated goalkeeper that's Tots, Argentinian, for the second time. Great goal by Pogba, by the way, guys. Great volley. But yeah, so I literally grinded away for 7 hours last night till about 1-2 o'clock or whatever it was, and gave up and finished it off this morning. I sold everything that I got to then keep a couple of players and replace them. And I bought I sniped this morning a really cheap Daily Blind, 92 rated Daily Blind from Tots, and he finished off my pack, so I was able to swap and keep Bale. I chose to keep Bale, and yeah, say Bale, because Bale's good off the bench. He's big, strong, midfield. He can go up front, he can go midfield, he can even go at wing back, to be honest. So he's a good one to have on the bench. So I saved him and got Daily Blind in and finished it off. But it was quite enjoyable, to be honest, guys, because it was a real grind, and there was an end product. So, and the end product is this boy, Paul Pogba. Though he hasn't done very well in real life, he has done a lot better in this game. I love him, and we all wanted him. We just there's a lot of people moaning out there due to the fact that obviously he you know, he's so expensive, and I understand that. And they're sort of saying only the top YouTubers can afford him. Well, I'm glad that they now think I'm a top YouTuber for this. And what I would say, guys, is if you know, again, obviously, if you're watching this, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Again, I give 50% of my profits to charity, but I've also worked really hard to get this Pogba, and worked really hard to do a review for you and show you what he's like, and you can see some of his goals here, guys, and obviously you can see his stats, you can see how good he is, but in real life, in the actual game, he's exceptional, guys. He's just other level. Just other level. Look at that. What a header. Beautiful. Just great.
This could lead to a chance. It's good attacking play. He's got his shot off now. He's put it over. Yeah, nothing wrong with the contact. In here has been a bit more cute and taken. And shoots! Pogba!
What a save.
Getting set at the corner.
What a save.
Now Bernardo Silver.
Mateo Kovacic.
We've got 10 minutes left on the clock.
Roberto Firmino.
Pogba.
Good forward play from them. Turn pass.
Pogba out on the wing. And this is his strength. Look at that. Just not giving up. Strong. Getting the cross in. If we could get someone on the end of that, that would have been great. Oh, good save by keeper. By the way, this keeper pulled up. So look at this. How many times? This is typical Foot Champions game where you're just hitting the bar. But as you can see, I'm playing him with Foot Champions as well, and getting the most out of him, guys. Getting winning Foot Champions, weekend league. I'm getting wins in rivals.
Subtlety to his game. Always produces.
Put away, but not out of harm's way. He's blocked the shot well. Pogba. Firmino. Probing away, trying to find room for a shot, maybe. The shot's on.
This could be the leveller. Yes, he's done it. Oh, momentum must be with them now. Can they go on and win it?
Mbappe to put them in front. Pogba. They scored, and they've gone into the lead, and undoubtedly deserved. They have been by far the superior side, and they really imposed their will on the opposition. Too good, really, for the defending, and the shot in the end far too good for the goalkeeper. Really away from the threat here. Well, suddenly they could be on the counter-attack. He might be through. It's opened up. Oh, what a fine goal. They lead by 2 now. They'll feel a little bit more comfortable, and they're good value for this advantage. Trying to find an opening on this counter-attack. Another turnover in play here with that interception. Shots on here. It's an important part of Pogba's game to add goals from midfield, and he's done the trick this time. Well, they call it his weaker side. Not too weak, that.
Didn't look that way, did it, Martin? He took a little chance there, and he's really been rewarded.
Good block. It's a good place to win the ball here. The shot's on. Goal! Hat-trick. Goal number 3 here. And it's a perfect day for the player. Well, it was only a semblance of an opportunity, really, but he's turned it into a great goal with the first-time strike.
I don't think he had a chance, to take another touch. He would have been crowded out, so this got a decision.
What's the keeper doing here? Possibly a red card. Last defender. He has produced the red card.
Straight away, you knew he'd made up his mind, went for the pocket, no arguments.
Well, you run the risk when you go to ground like that with a slide tackle of getting into serious trouble.
He's caught the man and knocked the ball, no doubt a foul. Well, they've got to get this wall right, Martin, because he can be deadly from this range.
Couldn't have hit it better, back of the net.
I think the keeper was in 2 minds which way he was going to hit it. In the end, he guessed wrong.
Well, he can do that, and he's done it again.
So often you see it go high and wide, but he got his angles exactly right there.
A very comfortable margin for victory. It's predictable with the passing and the opposition able to deal with that. They can be quick on the break now. Really in the clear now. Well, they're taking advantage here with a great goal.
Well, we don't always see the advantage come good, but they've made use of it here, haven't they?
Pretty straightforward, this match, and the late goal sums it up, really.
Yeah, they just compounded their superiority with that one.
There's no doubt that the scoreline reflects realistically the nature of the game. There's nothing false about it. They've thoroughly deserved to be so far ahead.
Roberto Firmino.
There you go, guys. So, I left you with some highlights there at the end, and there was some extensive highlights. The main reason being because he was so good. And the only way you're going to find out is by buying him. Now, again, let me go back to the fact that he's 1.2 million coins, and he is. There's no real shortcuts unless you have a plethora of amazing players. Now, I had a lot of good players in the background, but I'd used quite a few for people like Richarlison the other night and stuff like that. But I had quite a few left over, and I had to kind of wrench them away, and it really hurt to get rid of them. But again, I can tell you now, worth it, totally worth it, 1,000,000%. So my review on him is 100% totally worth it as far as a player. For 5 weeks, weekend league, things like he's that good. He genuinely is that good. Even with a player like me, he is amazing. So again, I'm giving him 5 stars out of 5 for that. I will definitely go back to the beginning of the video and give him a 1 star for value. Only because of the time that we've got left, 4 or 5 weeks. I think it's a lot. I think they could have lowered the price, even if they lowered it to 900 or 800. When we've seen 95 rated Torres get released, and it was a 184 rated team or 185 rated team, and it cost, you know, 100,000 or something. It's I don't understand how it's comparable to then release a 95 rated Pogba a week or so, or 2 weeks later, and then have him at 1.2 million. He is a better player on the game. He does feel better. He's clearly amazing, and he is an end game player. But at the same time, it's very disappointing that we're getting this at the end of the game. He's only going to be used for 4 or 5 weeks. But I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Guys, if this has helped you decide whether to get Pogba or not, and hopefully it has, I'd love to see some of you out there with Pogbas, little baby Pogbas, and go out and get him, then please, please, please leave a like, leave a subscribe, because 50% of my profits go to charity, and it's really worth it. And I've put a lot of effort into this video and a lot of effort into making this happen for you as content, guys. So yeah, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe, and give us a comment down below of what you think of the highlights of Pogba, and whether you think you're going to get him or not. Thank you very much, guys. As always, very much appreciated for your support, and all the guys who sponsor me and things like that. Amazing, thank you as always. Take care of yourself, guys. If you can't take care of yourself, you find someone who can. Cheers, bye bye.
Paul Pogba, very much in our thoughts when we came to this game. Is he in our thoughts at the end of it, Alan?
Yeah, one of those matches, Martin, where everything he touched turned to gold. It was an impeccable performance.